Today we'll be testing Chrome's performance on this laptop. This is the base model M1 Macbook Air with 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage. So let's start now. First, we'll do a startup speed test and some basic tests before going on to a stress test on Chrome and how well the system performs. So let's check the startup speed of Chrome on this device first. So 3, 2, 1. So Chrome opened very quickly on this device. So now let's open 5 to 6 tabs on Chrome to check how it performs under a bit load. And we'll also open Activity Monitor to check how much RAM, CPU is being used. So let me open 5 websites and then we'll meet just in a second. So now I have opened 5 basic tabs in Google Chrome with Office 365, 2 technology websites, 1 4K video playing on YouTube, and 1 fairly large Google Sheet with over 2000 rows in it. So now I can see that Chrome is performing really well. As you can see, switching between tabs is really smooth. Let's check Activity Monitor right now and monitor the CPU and the RAM performance of this laptop. So now I have opened Activity Monitor on the Mac and I can see Google Chrome is using quite a bit of RAM on it. It's using 127, 129, 300, 552 MB and so on. And the overall RAM usage is 6.3 gigabytes, which is okayish. So now let's try resizing, reloading and doing so on with Google Chrome to see if there are any performance drops with these 5 basic tabs open. So first let's close this, reopen it, and everything's working still fine. Scrolling is nice. So now let's try resizing our browser window to see if that's leading to any performance drops, and I can see literally no lag on this laptop while even resizing Chrome madly like this, as you can see on the screen. So Chrome's performing pretty well. Let's reload this YouTube video to check if there are any loss. And this video is playing in 4K. Let the video playback start and everything will be clear. The video is stuttering and lagging quite a bit, but I feel that it's because of my internet which I am connected to and we are playing it in 4K quality. The most likely culprit of this lagging is my internet, which is unable to buffer this video and load it. So let's wait for a moment to see if this works. Now this thing is working perfectly fine. The video has no lags or stutters and etc. So yeah, these 5 basic tabs are working quite great on Google Chrome. Now let's put some more load on this device and let's open a few background apps and let's then test how Chrome's working. So we'll meet in just a moment. So now I have opened a ton of tabs in Chrome. As you can see, I have over 15 tabs open in Chrome with 5 YouTube videos playing and other news websites. And in the background I have the Activity Monitor running, OBS Studio running, Pages running, System Preferences running, and a few tabs open in Safari too. So let's test the performance now. Let's play all of these videos and let's start switching between all of the tabs. The switching is still extremely fast. There are no noticeable performance drops even though I have Safari, OBS, Pages and settings open in the background. That's what the typical person would do while working online. Now let's try resizing the browser window and let's check the Activity Monitor first. So in the memory tab I can see now that the memory usage has touched 6.8 gigabytes of RAM, and in the CPU usage still 70% of the CPU is idle, 60%. This is really awesome. So now let's try resizing the browser window and still there is no noticeable performance lag. It's super quick, as you can see on the screen, and well, the performance is really awesome. Therefore, even after this much of multitasking, there have been no noticeable performance lags or performance drops on this awesome M1 MacBook. Now we'll do the ultimate test, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna completely max out this device and I'm gonna open DaVinci Resolve, a video editor which is pretty resource intensive on any machine. So let's do that. Let's close a few tabs. Yeah, so here's DaVinci Resolve and let's open it. So Resolve is opening very quickly and here it is. Let's open a 4K video in Resolve and edit that and then see how Chrome's performing under that load. So let me just import a video. So this is a 1080p video, not a 4K one, and this is playing perfectly back in Resolve. Now that Resolve's working too, let's go to Chrome and check the performance over there. So now if we switch between tabs on Chrome, still the performance is literally awesome. There are no lags, nothing. This is just insane. I've never seen any other laptop show this great performance, even though Safari, Chrome, system preferences, pages, and even DaVinci Resolve is running, and under that load this thing is performing awesome. Let's check the activity monitor now, and 65% of the CPU is idle, and in the memory tab we have already touched around 7 gigabytes of RAM usage. Let's play back this video again in Resolve and let's check the performance again of Chrome. So let's open Google Chrome, and under the load of this video playing, still everything's awesome. Now while resizing this browser window, I can see a bit of lag, which was expected. Well, after putting so much load, there needed to be some performance degradation, but apart from that, in Chrome the tabs are working still perfectly fine. I can do anything I want, and if we check the activity monitor, we are at 7 gigs of usage of RAM and 60% of the CPU, 70% is idle. So that concludes our test of how well Chrome runs on this machine. As you saw, this laptop can run Chrome like anything. It's so fast, it's no snappy, everything's working so fine, and even though we are working with video editors, streaming and recording software, another browser is open in the background, still everything is working so fine. So now I hope that you have a clear idea of the performance which the M1 Macbook Air offers. This has no fan, still there is no thermal issues on this thing. Even under the load of the video editor, although we haven't done much over there, still this machine's perfectly cool. I hope this video helped you and thanks for watching. Subscribe now for more great content. Signing off from Explorers of Fun Tech.